For the past 7 days, I've been going through drug withdrawals. I've been constantly irritated with the people around me. I couldn't sleep properly. I've just stayed up all night. And then when I did sleep, I'd sleep for 12, 13 hours straight. And I'd wake up feeling more tired than I did before I fell asleep. I had this constant headache. I'd take Tylenol every single day for the past 7 days, but this headache still would not go away. And I tried everything I could. I tried fasting too. But it didn't work. This headache would not leave me alone. And so it's the only thing I really could do was just lay down and try to sleep it off. And then when I couldn't sleep, I just instinctively go grab my phone or something and go scroll on YouTube. All because of these withdrawals from coffee, because I stopped drinking coffee a week ago. This isn't my first time taking breaks from coffee. I've taken so many tolerance breaks from caffeine because there comes to a point when the caffeine doesn't really do much for me. And I like coffee. I don't want to give it up because it really does help me focus. But there comes a time when you start drinking you go from drinking 1 cup of coffee to 3 cups of coffee, and it still does nothing for you. So at that point, I realized I needed to stop. I needed to take a tolerance break. So I just stopped it altogether, and I had withdrawals from it. Because caffeine at the end of the day is a drug, so you're going to have withdrawals from it. But I thought, it's cool. I could hack it. I could actually manage it, and I could still do my work. Little did I know I'm gonna be couch locked for the next 7 days, not being able to do anything about it, not being able to do any work, and that just contributed to me feeling like garbage, not wanting to do any work, not wanting to script videos, not wanting to post videos, not wanting to do any work other than go lay down. It's I was trying to sit down and do some work. I couldn't do work, and I'll start talking to myself in this way where I'm bro, Aman, just sit down and do the work, bro. Why are you being such a little kid? Just do the work. The way I talk to myself shifted, because now that I'm so irritated, I'm so agitated by everything and everyone around me, I start treating myself I start talking to myself in a way that I normally wouldn't talk to. And as soon as I caught it, as soon as I caught myself talking to myself this way, I told myself, yeah, I'm having a bad day and it's okay. Because you have to realize when you're having bad days, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that the rest of your day is going to be. Just because you're having one bad day does not mean that the rest of your life is going to be terrible. Bad days suck because you will be on this constant upwards trajectory where you're constantly making progress in the things you want to make progress in. Then all of a sudden you have a bad day and you either stop progress or you progress backwards. It's you take away some of the progress you made, and it really sucks. It makes you feel like it's the end of the world, but it's not. So I've created this 4R protocol where, it sounds a lot cooler than it really is, but it's basically the 4 steps you can take if you're having a bad day. And the first step in this protocol is to recognize that you're having a bad day. When you're having a bad day, you need to verbally tell yourself, I'm having a bad day and it's okay. I'm having a bad week and it's okay. I'm in a bad time in my life right now, but it's okay because it's going to get better. You need to recognize that you're in a bad time, bad day, because if you don't recognize it, you will not change. When you catastrophize the situation and start thinking this is permanent, my life's going to be terrible permanently, it leaves you no room to change. Because if you're locked in thinking this is terrible, your life is terrible, everything's gonna stay terrible, then why would it get any better? Because you mentally have the mindset knowing that it's not going to get better. So if you truly don't think it's going to get better, then it won't get better. It's as simple as that. But we gotta realize too that what goes up must come down. So if you're super productive for 3 weeks straight, you're going to have a day when you're not as productive, and that's fine. If you're having a good day, you're going to have a bad day come. If you're having a bad day, you're going to have a good day come. Because whatever happens to you, you're going to have the opposite happen to you too. We get so caught up in this world, this dunya, that we'll have one thing go wrong for us, then we'll have another thing go wrong, then another thing and another thing. And we think, man, my life is terrible. Look at all these bad things happening to me. But then if you zoom out, you see that just like a stock market, if your overall trend is high, you're still in a higher place than you were the rest of your life. Even if one day you're not as productive as you might be, or your friends don't want to talk to you, or the girl you want to talk to doesn't want to talk to you back. These experiences that happen to you, they don't automatically erase your progress. All the progress, all the time you spent on developing yourself, it doesn't get erased just like that, because you know how long it took you to build that progress in the first place. So how are you going to delete all of it in just a day, in 2 days? It's just like going to the gym. You know how long it took you to build the physique you have now. Once you stop working out, if you stop working out for a day or 2 days, bro, it takes about 3 weeks for you to start losing gains, and you don't even lose it completely. You just lose like a percentage of it. But if you go work out again, you're gonna go get it back. That's the exact same way with your life. Like, you can have all these positive experiences, like your life is trending upwards, and then you have a couple of bad experiences, so you might go down a little bit, but you're still overall higher than where you were when you first started. Remember that you're in your life for the long term. You're not in it just to pump and dump your life. You're not trying to make a quick profit off of your life. You're trying to actually hold long term. So that's the first R. The second R is to reassess. Reassess your situation right now. Look at your life through a different perspective and try to see the positives in your struggles. Try to see what can this experience teach me? What can I learn from this situation? Because you might think of it as a negative experience, but if you look at it, if you slightly shift your perspective, you can see like this is actually a lot I can learn from. Like, take me for example, when I was like on my couch for like a week straight because of these caffeine headaches. Like, I could sit there and complain, and I did. I was complaining about how like, bro, I can't do any work. I can't film these videos for YouTube because my head hurts so much that I just want to lay down and not do anything. But then once I actually stopped myself and thought about this situation, thinking I could actually just use this experience so I can teach people how to take care of themselves when they have a bad day. Now all of a sudden I have like a new video idea, and then that led to another, and I had like a whole list of other videos I could make. Laying in bed gave me a time to just think, just shut everything out. I didn't want to do anything but lay down. I didn't want to use my phone. I didn't want to use my computer. I didn't want to like go read a book. I just wanted to lay down there and not do anything, and it gave me an opportunity to just think and think in silence. So if you're struggling to make progress, let's say you're in the gym and you can't make progress because it's like you've plateaued and you're not seeing any more new gains and you're not getting any stronger, what can you learn from that situation instead of actually beating yourself up for it? Maybe now you can actually like tweak your diet a little bit. See if like changing your diet fixes something. See if fixing your sleep actually changes something. If you're stuck trying to do work or trying to do schoolwork, but for some reason you just can't focus, you just can't find the energy or time to sit down and focus, then instead of telling yourself, bro, I can't even focus, I can't do anything, why don't you use this as an opportunity to learn more about yourself? Now that you know that, okay, so at 6 p.m. I can't focus on homework, how about I try doing it earlier? How about I try doing homework in the morning before I go to school? Like, I might have to wake up 2 hours earlier and I might have to sleep 2 hours earlier, but I might be able to do more work then. So like, what can you learn from your situation rather than just writing it off, thinking, oh, this is like a terrible situation and I'm not gonna do anything about it? No, there's something you can do about it. You can still see opportunities of growth. Like, if you're going through a breakup right now, maybe this person that you really liked, maybe this person you thought was going to be your wife one day, turns out she's not going to be your wife. But now you know what you truly want in a wife, what you truly want in a partner, that you wouldn't have known if you hadn't actually gotten to know this other person. You know, so there's always something you can learn from the situation you're in. Now that you've reassessed the situation that you're in, now you can react, which is the third step in this process. You react. Isaac Newton said that objects in motion stay in motion. So if you're in motion right now, you're going to stay in motion. But if you stop, you're going to stop too. But that also means even a little bit of motion is better than no motion at all. So if you're trying to get some work done, you might not be able to work as much as you like, but you can still do a little bit, you know? And that little bit is so much more better than doing nothing at all, because ultimately, if you do nothing, you're going to gain nothing. But if you do a little bit, if you even do just 1% of the work, you're going to get 1% of the outcome. And 1% is better than 0%. Like, come on now. Even if you can't perform 100%, if you can perform at least 1%, that's still a win. There are also two other things you can do when you're having a bad day. First one is to go hit like an intense workout. Why do you think like the gym is people's happiest places? Because when they're having a bad day, they'll just go to the gym and then they'll destroy their body just for more dopamine, just to feel better. When you work out and push your body, it releases dopamine inside of you to make you feel good. It makes you feel motivated again to get work done. So when you actually hit an intense workout when you're feeling bad, it's going to make you feel better. But when you're having a bad day, your brain is going to convince you not to work out. It's going to tell you don't work out. Like, you're having a terrible day, you might as well just stay home and do nothing. Go play Fortnite, go play Call of Duty. You need to be able to go out and actually go do like and hit a workout, or go like for a run or something. And what you'll find is that you feel motivated again, you'll feel energized again to get work done. The other thing you can do when you're having a bad day is to journal. Literally take all your problems you have, take everything that you're dealing with right now, and just write it on a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper, get a pencil or a pen, and write out all your problems. Write out how you're feeling, write out what's bothering you right now, what's bothering you, what was bothering you yesterday, what's going to bother you tomorrow. Write everything out. Literally vent to your journal. Your journal is now your therapist, and you're going to write to it as much as you want. And what you'll find is that once you start running out of problems to write about, you start feeling better because you've released energy onto this piece of paper. Energy can't be destroyed. So if you have bad energy inside of you where you feel terrible, you feel awful, when you're writing on a piece of paper, you are transferring that energy onto this piece of paper. So now that you've released this energy, you can actually be free from your mind and actually be able to go about your day and have a good day again, instead of sulking in the past, thinking like my life sucks. So working out and journaling are like the two biggest things you can do to react and actually help yourself get out of this bad situation you're in. It will actually help you push yourself to start taking more steps towards your goals. Now the fourth step is for you to reconnect. And by reconnect, I mean to disconnect from everything. Disconnect from your phone, disconnect from your friends, disconnect from the whole world, and just like be alone with yourself and go outside for a walk, go outside in nature, spend time with plants, go talk to plants, go spend time with your family, because that is what you're missing. Human beings are simple creatures, honestly. Like, you will go outside and we will start feeling good. We'll spend time with our family, we'll start feeling good. Like, human beings don't need that much to feel better. So when you actually go outside and sit with like the plants, go sit on the grass, go look at the clouds or something, go stargazing at night in the woods. I don't know the scientifics behind it, but I'm telling you, like, just if you take my word for it, like, you'll feel so much more better just spending time in nature, spending time connected to the earth, to like the people you truly love. You don't want to disconnect yourself completely from the world, from everybody you know, but temporarily this is how you are going to fix yourself, how you're going to fix these problems you're going through, just like reconnecting with nature. So that's the 4R protocol for when you're having a bad day. By the way, bro, I've created an online community just for you, where you're able to speak with like-minded individuals, where you're able to hop on coaching calls with me, and you have access to all the exclusive content I'm going to be putting out. Then it's going to be just on those platforms. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go check out the first link in the description, and I'll see you there.